begins our exploration into Barbara's journey with ICT.
When I was a child, the world was a very different place. When I started school, technology was quite different. That's me, down on the corner at the right. I only had black and white television as a child. That was what our phone looked like. My transistor radio, that's how my father took photos. Video camera. There I am again. At college we had OHPs. Still old typewriters, first tool I used at work. That was the computer I first started work using, and the old dot matrix. I left work to start my family, and in that time, boy did things change. ICT was creeping up on me and about to bite. When I rejoined the workforce, this, they told me, was a mouse. I used to make jam with blackberries, now people were carrying them in their pockets. I used to clean those kind of windows, now I spent a lot of time looking at this kind of window. As for the radio, now fits in the palm of your hand. Get rid of that long playing record, we now have CDs. As for the telephone, look at it now. All of these changes occurred in a relatively short space of time. Look at the computers we have now. As for the old flannelgraph, superseded by the OHP, which has been superseded by the data projector. Goodbye Bell and Howell. Hello digital. Look at that flash new printer. As for the calculator, what a metamorphosis it has undergone. Television, better, smaller. Goodbye Partridge Family. Hello Pokemon. Goodbye Bewitched. Hello Charmed.
It was becoming more apparent that there was both digital native and digital immigrant.
Now it is time to enter the deepest, darkest jungle and meet some of my digital natives. I hardly know how to turn an Xbox on. Look at this guy.
Is dinner ready?
Samuel's been at a computer since the time he could talk.
Mum, is dinner ready?
And as for this fellow, who said guys can't multitask?
Is dinner ready?
This is the technology that I am more familiar with using.
I'm not sure if I've got the time. I can only do the best that I can. Are you still there?
Yes, I truly am a digital immigrant. ICT is very much for me like a horror movie.
Hello?
ICT.
It's about to jump up and get me. Look at the language they now use. I can hardly speak it. And now the final words.
Good evening, I'm Duncan Toast, and welcome to 60 Seconds. Tonight on the show, we have Barbara, a digital immigrant. What are your thoughts on ICT?
Firstly, thank you, Duncan, for having me on your show. It's lovely to be here. I'm a great fan of 60 Seconds. It's a wonderful minute. ICT, well, I have to say that I used to consider ICT to be quite scary. There's something lurking out there. I know I need to know about it, but I'm not 100% secure in ICT.
Do you consider yourself a techno-whiz?
I definitely do not consider myself a techno-whiz, not at all. I realise there is still very much for me to learn, but I have to say to my credit that I am slowly learning more and more as each day goes by. I mean, my children used to cringe when I picked up a cell phone because I was so slow at using it, and I don't know how many times I had to ask them to show me how to use a digital camera, how to get a film from a digital camera onto the computer. I am slowly becoming far more confident in doing that kind of stuff, but definitely in no way, Duncan, and I are techno-whiz.
What have you learned during your course at VTI?
Doing my studies at VTI has been great. I've now done such things as blogging, never done a blog before, didn't even know what a blog was. So that's been great, becoming far more familiar with programs like PowerPoint, Windows Movie Maker, and just being introduced to some of the ICT that is out there, and so it's been great.
Any other comments?
Any other comments? Well, to be honest, Duncan, I'm realising more and more that ICT is with us to stay. The world we live in is fast changing, fast moving, and if I don't want to be left behind, or the children that I teach be left behind, then I've got to get on board and go with it.
Thank you for coming on the show. This has been 60 Seconds Tonight.